Hey, my fitness people. We're here for another workout. Another beautiful day. I think it's Wednesday. I kind of forget sometimes. Today's workout, the only materials you need the only material you need, singular, is your own music. We're gonna have 2 4-minute workouts for a total of 9 minutes. So at least 9 minutes of a playlist, unless you're one of those people who can do the same song over and over again. I think I'm one of those people. But yeah, today's focus is mix it up. So I'm wearing my favorite mismatched socks. They actually match, but they're totally different because variety is the spice of life. You need consistency to get it to work, but part of consistency is enjoying it. So today I'm going to give you lots and lots and lots of different options for the workout. But basically, the first 4 minutes is going to be sweating and getting our heart rates up because we didn't do that yesterday. And then the second 4 minutes is going to be all core work. But the fun, exciting piece is you get to have it your way. You'll get to pick whatever works for you. And if you get tired in the middle of it, you can switch to another move. So, variety, spice of life. Let's get started. The first thing we want to do is warm up our shoulder joints by swinging our arms side to side 10 times. And then up and down 10 times. Same thing with your legs. I'm going to spice it up and do it without the wall today. Who knows? Maybe I'll fall over and make your day. That's a thing. And then side to side. This is the hard one. Just so you know, I rode dirt bikes. I was not a dancer. So if I do fall, I know how to do that really well. And then the other leg. Remember, this is just to open up our hip joints, get the blood flowing to all those limbs. There's a woman in my poetry group who's in her 90s, and she said she works out every day as soon as she gets out of bed. She never gets sick of it. She's been doing the same thing for multiple decades, and she rolls her shoulders and does this little flow. So I try to remember that when I'm feeling like, oh geez, maybe I should switch up the warm-up. Like, if it works, why switch it? Okay, so now that we got our joints warmed up, we're going to actually go through some move options so you can kind of taste all the different flavors, and then you can pick which one you want to spice up your workout with. So for the first 4 minutes, we're going to do 20 seconds of movement, 10 seconds of rest, 8 times. So what that equals is 4 minutes on a clock. Gosh, I can't even do the math. I think it's like 2 minutes and 50 seconds of actual work. The goal of this is to really get your heart pumping and your lungs working. So I'm going to give you a couple options. I want you to pick the one that works for you. The first one's running. If you're in an outside space, this would be ideal. If you're inside, you could do shuttle sprints back and forth. So just running from one side to the other side. Option number 2 is jumping. You could jump, turn around, jump. Option number 3 is also jumping. It would be like jump rope, imaginary. You can do jumping jacks. And you can run in place with some high knees. Questions about any of those movements? It's definitely going to be effective because I'm already out of breath. All right, the second one we're going to do is, so we're going to do 4 minutes of that. We're going to rest for 1 minute, and then we're gonna do the same format, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, but this time with our core. So right now we're gonna go through a series of core movements. You can pick the one that works for you. First, we'll talk about isolating parts. So if you want to just hit your upper abdomen, then I highly recommend crunches. Okay, that means the bottom half of you stays stationary and you move those shoulders up. When you're doing crunches, don't reach with your chin because then you're straining your neck. Try to pull your chin back and really focus on that core underneath your rib cage. If you want to work on the lower part of your abdomen, you can do bicycles or leg lifts. If you worked out with me yesterday, I don't recommend either of those. If you want to do your obliques, you can do twist or side plank. Okay. If you want to do the whole thing, you can do regular plank or a hollow hold. And we'll go through this one a little bit because I think it's a good thing for everyone to learn. You start laying on your back, and there's this natural gap. You get rid of it by pulling your belly button kind of to the floor, your spine. And then you get here. As long as your back's still touching, you're good. Now try to lower your legs as far as you can without that gap. So I'm good here. Once I go here, I lose that touch. So I know I can only go that far. And if I can hold it here, I can also try putting my hands overhead. So the hollow is finding the position where your spine stays connected with the floor because you're really engaging your entire core for that. Questions on the core moves? All right, I don't see any questions. So for those of you that are just joining, all you need to be ready for is in about 30 seconds, we're gonna sweat, and I'm just gonna call out go and rest or stop. Who knows, once I get moving, my brain might not work. But our goal is to do 4 minutes of 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest so that we can really pump up our heart rates. Me personally, I'm going with full variety today. I probably won't do the same move twice. I kind of want to just do it all because that's where I'm at. But if you're someone who just really loves a move, I mean, I guess going back to that music conversation, just do the same move the whole time. That's all on you. All right. No questions. So we are going to go ahead and start with jumping, running, or moving in whatever other way that's quick for you. In 3, 2, 1, go. And rest. Big deep breath. And same move or switch it up. I'm going to go with high knees this time. Go. Five seconds. And rest. Big deep breaths. 5 more seconds. And go. Three seconds. And rest. Big deep breath. And go. halfway done with this portion. Boom. 3, 2, 1, and go. Feels so 80s right now. And rest. I think it's the bright colors and the tall socks. And the high knees. And go. And rest. 2 more rounds. And go. And rest. 1 more round. And go. And rest. Big deep breaths, get some water, get set up. Next, we're going to do our core portion. Some of you might wonder why I did not put sit-ups when I modeled. I did list them. I don't want to take them away from you, but really sit-ups aren't so great for the spine. So I try not to program them or engage with them because there's, in my opinion, other better ways where you can strengthen your whole entire core without putting your back at risk. Told you I'd be out of breath. I'm a weightlifter. It's a lot of movement. So in 30 seconds, we're going to do the same thing, but this time with core. You can choose whatever core exercise you want. You're just going to be doing it in 20-second intervals. So many different options to choose from. Where to start? All right, 3 seconds. And go. And rest. 5 seconds. And go. Five seconds. And rest. And go. Five seconds. And rest. 3, 2, 1, go. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. And go. Three, two, one, rest. Three, two, one, go. And rest. Three, two, one, go. And rest. One more move to go. I forgot to mention, if you want to make your plank harder, you can do straight arms and lean in front. My arms and my shoulders. If you put your shoulders in front of your wrists, it makes it a lot more difficult. And rest. Nice work. Go ahead and grab some water. If you're like, that felt like a warm-up, go ahead and hit pause and go through that cycle another time. So all of the jumping around and then all of the core. Or maybe even put some of your own moves in there. Go some water. I'm going to paste some information and then we'll stretch. Oh, right. So the first stretch I want to do, is all of that core work that we've been doing. We really want to hit those hip flexors. So we're gonna put our arms out in front, slide them in until our elbows are in our rib cage, and push up. Okay, the goal is to really push until your shoulders are over your elbows and push those toes right into the mat. You might feel this in your lower back, your hip flexors. Relax, bring those hands so you could draw a line from your shoulder down to your wrist, and from there, push up. Lean your head back, push those toes into the mat or the floor or whatever you're on. Okay, from here, all fours, you're gonna bring one leg up in front and then move over so you can see. So once you're here, you're gonna push that back leg back, then lean forward. So that's really important. First, I want the stretch in your hip flexor. Then I want you to lean forward. Put your full body weight on that front foot. So now you can also get a stretch in your calf muscle right there. Great, go ahead and walk yourself out of that, and we're going to do opposite leg. So bring it forward, push the back leg back, then slowly lean all of your body weight onto that front foot. one last stretch. This one starts in child's pose. So we put our toes together, we sit right down, we lean forward. Then while you're in child's pose, go ahead and leave your elbows extended, but reach your hands down your back. And that allows you to stretch your triceps a little bit, or maybe that kind of armpit lat area. All right, release your arms, and that's it. We're done doing fitness. I did post, if you look in the chat, I did post links to our peer services, all of the additional recovery pathways that we have information for. We don't support any of them in particular, but we do support all of them. Whatever works for you, we're happy you're engaging with it. And I personally am so happy that you took your time to be here today. I do want to let you know that if you need a workout and you can't make it during the time that I do Facebook Live, all of our classes have been uploaded to our YouTube channel. So Recovery is YouTube official now. So you can go there for additional workouts, or if you want to share them with a friend. Same for all of our classes. So we also have meditation. We have the morning runs with John, and the coffee conversations, book talks, reflections, you name it, we're trying to do it. And if we're not doing something that you think would be really cool and would help promote people's wellness and recovery, let us know. We're open to suggestions and options. But at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Our recovery, your recovery, supporting recovery, reducing stigma around recovery, and just working to be the best version of ourselves that we can every day. So I appreciate you, and thank you for helping hold me accountable for showing up and helping me become a better version of myself every day. I hope I see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. for another workout. Peace.